And welcome everyone to Book the Ticket. It is the movie cinema, if you want to be that dangerous, film podcast for CBC. Google us. You will find the Facebook, the Twitter, the Patreon. On the Twitter, you will find us, Mitch692 and Halftime Joe. And I hope you like trailers, because that is all we're going to be talking about today. So, if you haven't seen the trailers, go watch them.
It's a lot of them.
Yeah, apparently it's trailer week, and there's more to come because Into the Spider-Verse is dropping tomorrow.
Ooh.
Day after this is recorded, and we're hearing this. So.
It's usually trailer day as well on Comic-Con day, like that one Saturday.
What, San Diego?
Yeah, it's usually that. Yeah, there's always trailers that are dropping that day because now they put up online.
Yeah, I'm more. I just remember the descriptions of shit. It's like, yay, trade description day.
Oh, I think now it's actual trailers. I remember last year they started dropping a lot of them online. The only one that wasn't was Infinity War.
And so I know Marvel. Have they dropped a trailer on the same day? I can't remember.
That they just didn't want to drop Infinity War.
So I know we don't like. You don't really see the trailers, the Hall H ones.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hall H. But yeah. What is our first trailer, Joe?
Lego Movie 2?
Lego Movie 2. I had to look at the links, and the links are weird. I enjoyed this one. It was alright.
Oh, you might enjoy a Lego Movie, huh? Fun fact, Mitch doesn't like the first one.
It annoys me. I don't know. I think it's too happy.
That's why I love it. Probably.
I like Lego Batman. I fucking love Lego Batman. This one's fine. It's kind of weird that it's all Mad Max.
Yeah, I was wondering what they were going for, and then I started to realize, oh, it's Mad Max theme. I mean, Warner Brothers they made Mad Max, and they're making the Lego movie, so kind of makes sense. With Wreck-It Ralph being Disney and that having Disney stuff.
Yeah, but it's just weird, like, I assume they're basing it on the whole Duplo invasion from the end of the first one.
Yeah, something happened. Yeah.
That was such a little tiny, quick blink and you miss it bit. It's just kind of like, hang on, it was all happy. But, I mean, it's what it is. But...
I'm someone that really enjoyed the first one. I would even go as far as saying I loved that movie. I thought it was just pure joy, But with this one, after hearing a little bit or reading the tweets that I think McKay came out and said that they tried really hard to give a breath of fresh air to this movie and not being a total sequel that you would know what's gonna happen. Like, they wanted to make it a new experience for you. Like, it's like watching the first one again, but not exactly watching the first one. They're gonna try to make it feel as different. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing, because I think when you try hard to be different, it might fail. You know what I'm saying?
Is that any reason to not make a movie?
No, but that's just sometimes it happens, doesn't it? Where sometimes when you try hard to be different, it doesn't necessarily pay off as being good.
I mean, that's just a creative risk any movie takes.
Yeah, and I mean, there's always that whole thing of people say just because it's different doesn't mean it's good. Like, sure.
Yeah, that's true. But no, I don't know. There's something about the Lego humor that doesn't always click. And I think it's like Chris Pratt in this. It's like, I like Chris Pratt, but it's an hour and a half of straight Chris Pratt.
I thought this trailer, I really laughed out loud in 2 moments or 3 moments. I'm trying to, because it just was funny to me. I don't know. It just
like I know it's a fucking Lego movie, and I shouldn't be doing it. But like the character development that Emmett's character had is non-existent in this trailer. It's like,
yeah, that's true. You're right.
It's like he's the same person he was at the start of the first one. Where's all this Master Builder stuff? Like, I mean, sure, I get the whole point. It's a kid throwing Lego bricks at each other. There shouldn't need to be any character development. It's just happy fun time. At the same time, it's just like,
I wonder, because you're right that towards the end of that movie, Emmett is, I feel, different. He's right here in the beginning. He feels like it's still the very beginning of Lego Movie 1, where he can easily be distracted and he's happy and all that. But I mean, that might just be his character. But at the same time, he should have maybe learned a few things. Maybe they just don't show it in the trailer. I don't know.
Yeah, the whole like, oh look, we have the song from the first one,
but remixed.
You remember that fucking annoying thing?
Oh, I loved that song. I know you probably hated it.
It was fine when you watched it, and then it was everywhere.
No,
you could stop playing that song.
Oh, it's like Legocito? I don't know.
The worst thing is, it reminds me of like Europop music, and Europop music is the most annoying thing on the fucking planet.
I need to look that up. I don't know if I know.
Have you heard like the cartoonists?
Probably not.
Really old like Europop and that. They were a one-hit wonder with Witch Doctor, and it was great back then. But it's so annoying.
Yeah, and I guess for this film, it seems like with what's her face, Wild Style, was that her name?
Style, yeah.
Yeah, her being taken, it's I guess gonna make Emmett have to actually do stuff, because I feel like in the first one it was all her, and they even make a joke about it, saying like, you were the master builder, you were all this and that, but he took the credit. Yeah, pretty much.
A lot of people salty about that.
There's two trailers that have that exact kind of thing to it.
Apparently everything is now quote anti-man, because fragile egos are that sensitive. God forbid there's a joke at your expense.
I did think it was not weird, but what a coincidence that two trailers have that joke, like almost that same exact joke. It's just, I don't find it like, oh, I hate that that's a joke, but I was just like, wow, what a coincidence that on the same day, these two trailers that are essentially the same thing for two competing big studios have that same joke. Like Lego Movie and Wreck-It Ralph are essentially the same thing for Warner Brothers Disney. They have the same joke about the girl being saved by the guy having the credit. I don't know. I just thought that was weird.
You see that? I found them funny, to be honest.
Oh yeah, I definitely laughed about that one too. It's conspiracy time. Remember how we always say DC and Marvel have spies? Warner Brothers and Disney have spies.
Oh yeah. I mean, Marvel and DC are Disney and Warner Brothers at this point, really. What? They're not, but
here,
you know what I mean.
Well, while we're here, might as well. I should probably do this in the first, or one of us do it for the first time around for these trailers. Kind of reading the synopsis. So,
yeah, you can decide as well.
The Lego Movie 2, the second part, reunites the heroes of Bricksburg in an all-new action-packed adventure to save the beloved city. It's been 5 years since everything was awesome, and the citizens are facing a huge new threat. Lego Duplo invaders from outer space, wrecking everything faster than they can rebuild. The battle to defeat them and restore harmony to the Lego universe will take Emmett, Lucy, Batman, and their friends to the faraway, unexplained worlds, including a strange galaxy where everything is a musical.
Oh, Christ.
Yes!
Kill me now. Kill me now.
This is my kind of movie. Wait, one last line. It will test their courage, creativity, and master building skills and reveal just how special they really are.
I want to say it right now. I don't hate musicals. There are some I enjoy. I am not gonna survive a Lego musical movie.
I think I'm more of a fan of movie musicals than I am actual musicals, which is weird because it feels like kind of a hipster thing to do, right?
I don't know if I say that hipster.
Okay, maybe not hipster, because I think hipster is like in actual musicals.
Probably because they were first.
Yeah.
I really like Phantom of the Opera and Spamalot.
I mean, I like Grease, High School Musical.
I'm talking about like actual.
No, I'm talking about movie musicals. Yeah, I don't know. I just find them more enjoyable than actual musicals. Actual musicals seem kind of boring.
I mean, they're the same thing. It's literally the same thing.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I agree with you, but it's just weird how I enjoy more movie musicals. I guess. I don't know.
Literally, the only difference is one has to stop to change the set. The other one doesn't.
That might be it. I've always thought. I mean, to be fair, I was like, into like that when I was younger. When I was, there's theater class and we got put in there because we got in trouble. Um,
Wow, you
oh.
have to do theater class because you got in trouble.
Yeah.
What that?
To be fair, that's when I found that I actually really like that kind of stuff, like stories and stuff like that. So I got in trouble and figured out that I really love stories. Uh,
I don't know if that says more about the teachers or like if they're really self-aware. It's like, oh, it's not cool to be in theater class, so let's put them in there when they're bad.
Yeah, but then we just still had fun with it, kind of like messed around and shit. We like in the middle of scenes, we just like go off character and they'd get mad. But it was fun. It was like it was younger, not like high school. It was like more middle school / elementary school, which like it didn't matter as much, I guess, as opposed to high school. But all right, musicals. I think this is gonna be fun. You're gonna maybe hate it. Depends on the movie, right?
I'm gonna absolutely hate it.
You don't think there's a small part of you that might like it? Maybe.
No, because I'm old and jaded.
Okay.
It's a Lego movie, and I am gonna be grumpy the entire way.
At least we're both self-aware about that.
Self-aware about that. How can you be self-aware about me being grumpy?
I don't know. No, at least we're both self-aware in our own thing. Like you're jaded and grumpy, and I'm weirdly young and like optimist or happy too much. This is my kind of stuff. Like being super happy. I
mean, like, I'm not even old. I just said old and grumpy.
Yeah, there's a difference. Get it right, people. But I honestly I don't know Lego Duplo. I'm not. I don't know
Duplo.
I don't remember.
It's like literally Lego for babies.
I'm gonna look it up real quick because I'm curious.
And like there was more plasticky models and Lego stuff.
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, the last time I did Legos was probably a decade ago or something like that.
Excuse me, can you say it right? It is Lego.
Oh, Lego. Okay. Well, I don't know.
There's no Legos. There's no plural. The plural of Lego is like sheep.
You're definitely helping out a community in the comments that are like, tell them, Mitch. It's Lego.
So annoying when people go, oh, I played with Legos. It's like, no, you played with Lego.
I don't know. I guess I was never a Lego person to begin with.
Look, isn't Lego a European thing? Isn't it Dutch or something?
Maybe, but they talk about Lego Duplo, and it's like it looked like baby stuff. I googled it right now, and you said it was baby stuff, but this looks like a version of it that was just about outer space.
Yeah. All right. It's not Dutch. It's Denmark. Denmark Dutch. I don't even know my own geography.
I wonder how they came up with the name Lego.
I think it's a Dutch word for like build or something.
See, that makes sense. So yeah.
If you'd like the Lego movie, you'll probably like the Lego movie 2.
Do you remember when it came out in theaters? The Lego movie 1?
Lego movie?
Was it February 20 something? Let me see.
I mean, actually, it wasn't going to be 19 something, is it?
Let me see. No, well, you're right. Okay, yeah, it was February 7th, 2014. Wow.
Well, 4 years. When is this coming out?
2019.
Christ, that's a long time for a sequel. 5 years. I mean, sure, Lego Batman was kind of a sequel.
Well, they did that. They did Lego and Ninjago, which I've been wanting to see because Jackie Chan's in it, and I watch anything with Jackie Chan.
Garbage. Absolutely.
I'm looking up what Chris McKay and not Chris McKay.
Is it Chris McKay doing?
No. I meant Phil Lord and Christopher Miller, like what they did with Miller and Lord. Like I'm looking up what they did before, because like what they do after the Lego movie that took up so much time.
Lord and Miller,
probably get fired off Solo.
Yeah, that was probably it, to be honest.
I thought they did whatchamacallit, the Spider-Verse movie. Maybe they wrote it only. Yeah, they wrote it. They wrote the Spider-Verse movie and Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
Why it's taking so long? Did they write this one as well?
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's probably why. Between Solo and Into the Spider-Verse, I can see why.
Yeah, and remember they were gonna do the Flash movie, and then they got offered Solo, and they took that.
Yeah, I mean, either way, they're going to be out of job.
Probably, because nobody ever laughs on that Flash movie.
That Flash movie's cursed. But from one post-apocalyptic movie, kind of quotes, to another, kind of, Mortal Engines, as this trailer likes to remind you, is from Peter Jackson, who did Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. There are at least 3 title cards saying that in this movie or in this trailer.
Yeah.
It's like yes, I get it. It's The Hobbit and Lord of the Rings guy.
So, you know, just to let people know, you're the one who brought it up to me. I didn't know this was a thing. And did you know this was a thing because you know of the source material, or you heard Peter Jackson was doing it?
I heard people talking about it on Twitter months back before the teaser came out, and then that was it. And then I just heard people being like, "Oh, Mortal Engines, is that cool?"
I mean, it's not Peter Jackson that's directing it. He's writing it, I think he's producing it, and it goes to tell you from the people who made Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit. But I'll be honest, does it look all that interesting?
No, it's a really weird movie.
Or a trailer, at least, the way they cut it. It looks weird.
It's a really weird trailer. I don't get it at all. It's like cities are cars now.
So
okay.
I happened to read the synopsis under the trailer before the trailer, so I could maybe learn a little bit more. And I'll read it real quick. It says, thousands of years after civilization was destroyed by a I can't even say the word event, humankind
event.
Cataclysmic.
How can you not say that? It's such a simple word, cataclysmic.
Mexican. That's not. No.
I don't even pronounce the T. I just go cata.
Cataclysmic. I don't know.
Cataclysmic.
Okay. Cataclysmic event. Humankind has adapted, and a new way of living has evolved. A gigantic moving cities now roam the earth, ruthlessly preying upon smaller traction towns. Tom Natsworthy, weird name, who hails from a lower tier of the great traction city of London, finds himself fighting for his own survival after he encounters the dangerous fugitive Hester Shaw. Two opposites whose paths should never have crossed forge an unlikely alliance that is destined to change the course of the future.
It's a young adult novel.
It reminds me of a Maze Runner, Hunger Games.
I was gonna say, if you didn't guess it, it's a young adult novel.
Or what was the other one? Did you see The Gifted? Not The Gifted. What's it called? The Giver.
No.
Oh, well, yeah, I thought we talked about it once. I feel like we did.
We might have done, but headset.
I happened to see that movie. It was alright, but I feel like this is gonna be in the same vein. It's gonna be alright.
I mean, I'm kind of offended that it has the British is the villain stereotype. It's like we give you these superhero movies and the actors. Can we get some appreciation, please?
I don't know. I think everybody still hails. No, would you consider Harry Potter as a YA thing?
Yes.
Okay. If Harry Potter is a YA thing, Harry Potter is probably the best one in terms of like what everybody thinks of these YA movies. I think everybody thinks Hunger Games is second, though I would put The Maze Runner. I think The Maze Runner is better than The Hunger Games. I actually really enjoy the first two. I haven't seen The Death Cure. It's on Redbox, and I still need to check it out soon.
So I haven't seen The Death Cure yet.
I enjoyed the first two.
I don't know. It's kind of younger. Actually, would I class Harry Potter as a young adult thing?
I would say no, but you said yes, so I went with it.
I know. I'm just rethinking it. It's like
I would think no.
It kind of fits, but it kind of doesn't. Yeah. Like it's aimed at the same demographic.
Well, maybe after the second movie, because the first two are very for children.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. But then again, it does get to that demographic, so I think it doesn't feel like a typical, but it has all the same beats. So I don't.
I think Fantastic Beasts, if any of it, is more aimed at that than Harry Potter itself.
I'll give you that one, yeah.
Yeah, because Harry Potter seems like it went for different types of audience throughout the series, where it might have went for, younger children in the beginning, the first two, then maybe more YA in the third and fourth, but then it definitely went more adult in the last couple.
Yeah. Harry Potter aimed at the generation that it came out at. So, of course, the first two are kiddie, and then it gets more, quote, mature as it goes along because the audience is growing up with that. That's why people stuck with that.
So I grew up with Harry Potter, so yeah.
So I was a wee single digit lad when that movie came out. Not movie when the book came out. So.
Oh wait, really?
Yeah.
When the movie came out? Didn't the movie come out in 2000?
When the book.
Oh, when the book came out. They said when the movie came out because I was about the same age as I would say Harry.
To be fair, I said movie, I meant book.
Okay, yeah. That you meant both. I was like, that's weird.
Yeah, I remember trying to hunt that second book down, the school book fair.
Yeah. So whether you consider it not a YA, this is definitely one that's going to be in that YA genre that I think, if anything, Hunger Games started. Maybe something else started before, but Hunger Games was the main one.
Twilight?
Yeah, but I would still think that's more of... Because, there's YA and then there's girl YAs, I feel.
No, Twilight is the definition of a YA.
But it's so different than Hunger Games.
No. I mean, they're different types of stories, but Twilight was like... Was it the original one? Twilight's the boom of YA stuff in recent years. There probably was stuff before it, I just can't think of it. But
I did watch all the Twilight movies, so that says something about me.
I mean, so did I. It was more of a hate watch.
Really? You saw it all? I was just kind of interested one day.
I didn't pay to watch it. I did. It was round people's houses, and they were on.
Oh, okay. Because I strictly remember how I started with that. It was just like in middle school, and a bunch of friends and guys and girls, we all went to go see it, and then eventually I was like, I'll check out the rest.
I don't think I finished it. I can't remember the last movie.
I did, because I definitely did not like how it ended, and...
Doesn't it end in a dream sequence? We're talking about fucking Twilight rather than trailer.
Well, there's not much to this trailer, because, it just seems kind of... Yeah, it's gonna be right.
Such a random concept. It's like, cities are now cars, and cars eat each other, and there's a big glowing purple laser beam.
I'll be honest, it does not look interesting at all to me, but I'll give it that it might be an okay movie.
Yeah. Like, the aesthetic of it, with cities being cars, it's an interesting concept. Apart from that, it looks dull as fuck.
It doesn't help that I don't really know the two main characters that are I don't know those actors or actresses. Whereas Maze Runner, I knew Dylan O'Brien because I watched Teen Wolf. Shout out to Teen Wolf. And I knew Jennifer Lawrence, Hunger Games.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't think we know really these two. I could be wrong, and she's like a big freaking MTV star or something like that.
I know. What's that?
I'm gonna IMDb it real quick. Let's see, Mortal Engines IMDb. We're gonna check it out. We're gonna see where they're from, the two, the guy and the girl. You already know they're gonna fall in love. That's a typical YA thing.
Of course he is.
Oh, Stephen Lang's in this. I did not know Stephen Lang was gonna be in this film.
Was he in the trailer?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay, so the girl, the actress, the main one that's who tried to kill the guy or whatever, I would say she's probably from Da Vinci's Demons. That's the thing that seems like it's a lot.
Never watched that movie.
No, it's a show, and I think it was by David Goyer.
No, wasn't that also a movie?
Maybe. I just remember there was a show about it where it tried to make it epic of how Da Vinci created all this stuff. I don't know.
That's a counter. That's one epic for the show.
Oh, you're right. And then the guy, I would say he's probably from the Mortal Instruments, which is the other YA thing. Which the Mortal Instruments was so bad that they couldn't make a movie out of it and had to make it a TV show.
No, wasn't that Oh, I thought that was the one with the girl who was supposed to play Mary Jane in the...
Oh, Shailene Woodley. No, they made 3 movies of that, but the 4th one they made into a TV movie, I think. But this one was a movie that bombed so bad they made it into a TV series, not a TV movie.
Right, the main girl in this, I have no idea who she is.
Yeah, me either.
I've never seen anything she's been in. I assume Tom...
Yeah, the other guy, that's the character's name, but the actor's is Robert Sheehan. He's going to be in the Umbrella Academy TV show, apparently, that's filming.
Oh, if you've seen Misfits, you know where he's from.
Oh, yeah, I heard of that.
I knew I recognized it. Not that I really watched Misfits, I didn't really enjoy it. Oh, he's in Mute as well. Never got around to watching that.
He's like a UK, a British actor, right? Probably.
He must be. I say he must be. I assume he's even Misfits.
Yeah.
He's potato.
I don't know. It just seems too YA for me, whereas like Maze Runner didn't and Hunger Games didn't. Like those feel like I don't want to say transcend the genre for these films, but those transcended YAs.
I don't think I can agree with you on that one. They
Yeah.
very much felt like YA movies.
What Hunger Games and Maze Runner really? I don't know.
I mean, they didn't feel like anything else?
Because this one more than just feels like a Twilight, the Giver, but the Maze Runner, Hunger Games definitely feel like there was more to it.
No, there's nothing to argue with those movies.
Yeah, all right, maybe I'm just thinking it was. I don't know. I remember I went to go see the last Hunger Games in theaters. Yeah, that was alright.
The Hunger Games for me was because it came out on Netflix at Christmas.
Ooh.
So it's like I'm gonna get drunk on Christmas and fall asleep to this movie.
It came out on Christmas, really?
Oh, on Netflix anyway.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like, yeah. Damn, I wish I would watch it. Oh, look, The Giver's on Netflix. I looked it up. Oh, there's also another movie like this. Did you ever watch the movie I Am Number 4?
I think I might have done.
Yeah, it was like, okay, so there's like, I think 10 powered up people in the world, and somebody's out to kill them, but you can only kill them in order. But if 2 of them are out of order, but are together, you could kill them both.
Yes.
Yes, everybody saw that movie somehow, but people forgot about it.
Because, spoilers, it ain't that great.
I don't know. I thought there was something to it. I thought, this could actually be kind of cool. I remember watching it, and I was like, interesting. But, they did nothing with it. Fun fact, that's another YA movie.
Yeah, it sounds like one, to be honest.
What's another one?
I don't know, but what's the next trailer we have? Because
alright, we'll go off on the next trailer. It's enough about YA movies. Need to go finish the Maze Runner. Oh yeah, Wreck-It Ralph.
Oh yeah, Wreck-It Ralph. I love this trailer. It's so good.
So, question: would you have rather it be the evolution of video games, or are you okay with it being now the internet and kind of memes?
I don't care, to be perfectly honest.
Okay.
They should have called it. They should have been really fucking cheeky and been like Wreck-It Ralph Ready Player 2.
that would have been
funny. But even though it's not really Ready Player 1 because it's just Disney stuff and Pixar.
Yeah, it definitely looks like it's gonna be a fun movie. And again, they have that kind of the guy took the credit joke with the princess and the little girl.
Yeah. Also, if Vanellope isn't canon as a Disney princess, I am gonna be salty. Yeah. She fits the criteria. She debuted in an animated movie. She did something heroic. She is royalty. It's everything a Disney princess has to be. It's like, make it canon.
I feel like people have been waiting for kind of this cinematic crossover of all the Disney princesses for some reason.
This is the first time, isn't it?
Yeah, that they're all together? Yeah, I would say so. I mean, look, Elsa's there in the back. That's crazy.
I don't even think Elsa and whatever what's his name, Sister Anna.
Yeah,
Anna? Yeah. I don't. They're not even official.
Like they're not even princesses. Moana is there too. I didn't even think about that.
Well, Moana's. I suppose you could. She's the daughter of a chief. She's kind of the same thing.
Yeah.
Elsa and Anna, they're princesses, but they're not official Disney princesses.
I guess they're not, right? That's weird. I guess now they are.
Me and the Discord have had this conversation a lot.
I'll take your word on that. Yeah, I mean...
Once or twice.
This is going to be about internet kind of memes and probably 2017 type of stuff. But, you know how Black Panther had, what are those? I was like, that was like 2015 when they made the movie.
Yeah, but it made sense for that. You know, they're in front on technology, they're behind on popular culture.
Yeah, I did like the part in this movie where the Google speak and he's kind of like auto. You know.
Yeah, that's clever.
I thought that was funny. Twitter tweets, haha, Amazon.
The tweets legit have a meme in there. It's so funny. I'm
curious what other kind of stuff are going to be here. I love that at least Winnie the Pooh characters in here.
Yeah, he was there. Iron Man flies by and picks.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, when they like take us to the most epic place.
Yeah, she gets in it and it's literally after that bit. And it pans across, and there's like Pixar, Marvel, Star Wars, Disney. Like Iron Man just swooped. I'm pretty certain he picks her up and takes her over the Marvel bit.
No,
He just hovered.
Yeah, I see Iron Man, and she runs away from the stormtroopers and falls into the Disney prison stuff. If this isn't the most IP wars thing Lego Movie versus Wreck-It Ralph, you know how you always said there's IP wars? This is it.
Also, can we all just appreciate that Disney have let people have Cinderella about the glass of a little child?
What do you mean?
She legit takes off that glass slipper and smashes the shit out of it.
Oh yeah.
She's ready to stab someone.
Dude, she's ready to throw a hand. That was crazy.
Just like, whoa, like, calm down.
Yo, in my head, I hope there's Kermit memes, because there is Kermit the Frog in the Muppet Show. I hope there's some Kermit memes.
If he's not drinking tea, I will be surprised.
Oh, I will be so disappointed if he's not. Star Wars stuff, Disney, Pixar. I'm going to assume Toy Story is in here somewhere.
Oh, yeah, they'll all be in there. Yeah, why wouldn't they be?
You think, because, you know, Lego Movie, it went off into Batman, the Lego Movie, and Lego Ninjago. You don't think Wreck-It Ralph would spin off into something similar? I don't know, what, Kermit the Frog?
No, I don't think there's anything you can really do a spin-off for Wreck-It Ralph.
Because they're all animated already, right? Whereas, like, Batman, he was, you know, mostly live action.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't see a way you can do that. Like the Lego won't work because Lego has the multiple Lego franchises.
Big Hero 6 could have been a spin-off.
A spin-off of what?
I mean, well, Big Hero 6 could have been in this movie, couldn't it?
I mean, sure. If all we know, it probably will be. There's the Marvel bit, and no reason why it shouldn't be in there.
Yeah. It looks good. It looks good.
Who knows? This movie might be the first time Marvel TV characters meet the Avengers.
Well, yeah. Couldn't you do... No.
Let that sink in for a second.
Yeah, because they made a Lego Batman movie. You had the Justice League and all that. Couldn't you do an animated kind of like in this world?
Yeah. But you know, like the biggest ones you'll get, at least from Marvel, would be like Iron Man, Cap, Black Panther, Doctor Strange.
You think so? When did they start making this movie? Because maybe, remember, Black Panther was only a little bit in Infinity War? That's because they didn't know he was going to be such a big hit?
Well, that's because I'm making it at the exact same time.
Okay, yeah.
So, I don't know. It could be in there.
So, okay, wait. I didn't even get to read the synopsis real quick. I'm gonna read it real quick just to tell you a little bit of what this movie might be about. Ralph breaks the internet. Wreck-It Ralph 2 leaves Litwalk's video arcade behind, venturing into the uncharted, expansive, and thrilling world of the internet, which may or may not survive Ralph's wrecking. Video game bad guy Ralph and fellow misfit Vanellope von Schweetz must risk it all by traveling to the World Wide Web in search of a replacement part to save Vanellope's video game Sugar Rush. And way over their heads, Ralph and Vanellope rely on the citizens of the internet, the netizens. Oh god.
Right.
That's kind of cringe. But that's funny though. Alright, to help navigate their way, including a website entrepreneur named Yes.
That's the girl at the end where
you could tell, right? Because it even says yes with 3 S's.
Christ.
Alright.
Is it spelled with an A as well?
No, it's just YESSS.
Oh, I'm surprised you didn't go yes.
Yas. Yeah, you're right. Who is the head algorithm who is the head algorithm and the heart and soul of the trend making site BuzzTube? Oh
wow.
You get it? I don't know. I just find that funny.
How is that not getting sued? I don't know.
So yeah, a guy who directed Zootopia, Wreck-It Ralph, he's directing this. November 21st, 2018.
December for Europe.
Ooh, it's a long way. But it makes sense at the end. You're right. Yes. that's gonna make me laugh.
I was meaning more, which is, he goes, wouldn't it make sense to wreck the internet? And she's like, you're not wrong. Like, it's better, but no. Like, it's great.
I feel like I'm really gonna like her. I don't know. I just find it funny.
I loved the first one. If it can be anything close, that is, it's a success in my eyes.
Well,
so.
I assume they're gonna do, with Lego Movie 2, where they're gonna make it very different on purpose to try to breathe a fresh, breathe something fresh.
It feels different enough to the first one.
Yeah.
from what we've seen so far.
But you
So
mean like have a heart to it and stuff like that?
Well, I mean, as long as it's just good.
Oh,
if it can be anywhere near as good as the first one.
Yeah.
Because the first one was really fucking good. As surprising as that was.
I agree. Yeah, I guess we'll have to wait a little bit more for this. I mean, you ready to go on to the next trailer?
Yeah.
All right. Go ahead.
No, you can intro it.
Well, Bumblebee. First trailer. Teaser. I guess these are all teasers?
No. The Lego Movie 2, I think, might be a teaser.
So is Bumblebee. It's a teaser trailer, and Lego Movie 2 is a teaser. I think Wreck-It Ralph's a regular trailer. So is Mortal Engines.
Wreck-It Ralph, we've had a teaser already, so it's definitely the trailer. Mortal Engines is definitely a trailer as well, because we had a teaser before.
Yeah.
So we've had teaser, trailer, teaser. What do you make of this one?
I think it's going to be the best Transformers movie.
I mean, it's not fucking hard.
Well, yeah. That's not a hot take at all.
I mean, being a movie, automatically makes you the best one. I found this to feel like an indie film.
You know what gives off that vibe, right? Of it just kind of being the girl and her looking at Bumblebee and him like going away. It almost reminds me, I mean, E.T., the Iron Giant, people have made resemblance to that.
I mean, a lot of people are clinging onto the Shape of Water references.
That's not.
It's like the Shape of Autobots. It's like, well, thank you, Internet.
Yeah,
that's exactly what I needed.
Let's definitely not go with that reference, but I think there's a lot of credence to that. It looks like an indie movie. The way it's shot, kind of the look of the film makes it, it starts off, she's riding a bike, you see the sun, and then you're filming from behind, out in the grass, in the forest, and kind of the house, it looks smaller. It definitely has that feel. I agree with that.
Yeah, but like, it's funny. Like, you look at all the memes where it's like, what I watched, Bumblebee, what I expected, tits, explosions, military, what I got, all the feels.
I didn't see that. That's funny.
No, it looks like it's got a bit of heart to it.
It's exactly what I tweeted out.
Yeah, it's just like, I wrote this movie off, and that might be why.
Wait, when
it was announced?
Oh, okay. Well, I think everybody did.
Exactly. I was like, fuck this movie. It's a Transformers film. And I think that might have helped everyone because no one expected anything. And then, of course, it's the guy who did Kubo and 2 Strings, so people should have
expected something.
Yeah. No, it looks really charming. It's got a heart. The design for Bumblebee's great.
It's so simplistic, right?
No, he's small. He's not this great big hulking thing, which I don't think the Transformers should have ever been. I quite like when they're smaller and more not proportionate, but
no, I agree. Like he seems like he fits in the garage. He does, right?
It seems like he fits in the car. Like sure, Bumblebee in the movies is a Camaro, and Camaros are far bigger than a Bug, but he just looks nice to look at.
You know what made me fall in love with this trailer? When she, there's, of course, the Bernie Mac stuff.
Oh yeah.
That was easily what made me fall in love with this trailer. But then the second part was when she's looking under the hood, sees the face, and then he kind of transforms, and you still see her under him. Oh yeah, go get that. Go ahead.
Clip.
What did you like about this?
What the hell was that? I'll say pause it. But no, it's just a charming little trailer. I don't know what more to say about it. It's Gen 1 Starscream was a nice surprise, and they actually transformed like Gen 1 Starscream, but it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad that you're not here because I have a question I need to ask. And I don't know how else to take this conversation.
What do you mean? You could just keep talking more about how you like it.
Yeah, but we kind of said that already.
Well, I have to go. I mean, there's more to talk about. Like, I just loved the way he transformed, and she, I don't know, just that part when you still see her under him. It just feels like something different.
Yeah. What I want to know is, do you think this is part of the reboot or the old franchise?
I hope it's a reboot because it could be a great start of the reboot with this. Because then you can eventually fix it at the end of the movie, like the way he's talking. Because I think it's the charm to it that he still can't talk. Like I know he's still can't talk in the other movies, but that's like he's fighting huge things.
That's such a weird thing to have. Like, shouldn't I mean? Yeah, I say it's such a weird thing to have. You know, it's a prequel. Surely something with a prequel would be, why can't Bumblebee talk?
No, well, if it's a reboot, it could at the end they could fix it, and I hope it's a reboot because it would get rid of those old shitty movies.
You know, there are references to the Bayformers movie, obviously with the voiceover being the dude who sells Sam the car.
It might be a retcon in a way, where like like a soft reboot.
Plus, we know they've scrapped Transformers 7 to reboot the franchise, so why not use this as the start of it?
You know, okay, so when this first got announced, I was like, oh, they're making a Bumblebee movie, and then you hear Haley Steinfeld's gonna be in it, John Cena's gonna be in it. I was like, oh, it's basically gonna be, I think, the fourth one, whereas Mark Wahlberg and the little girl.
Yeah,
I thought it was John Cena was gonna do the same thing, and then you realize this movie's like John Cena's like the head military guy, and he's just trying to figure out what this is, stuff like that, similar to Iron Giant. I almost think it would have been better without Starscream, like just Bumblebee, no other Transformers in this movie. But if it's just them two, I think that's still okay. It just has to be them two only.
If it's just them two, it's fine. Because you need it. Like, you can't have Transformers without a Decepticon in it. You just can't do it. It's nice that it's actually Starscream, and he looks like Starscream, and he transforms like Starscream. He doesn't like explode and then reform.
Yeah, but
its cone comes down and then it flicks up. It's nice.
There's something to it if it would have just been Bumblebee and it would have just been all about, like, I don't know.
I mean, yeah. Well, but you got to have a threat in these movies, so why not make it Starscream?
To me, the threat would have been the military, and it would have not been hardcore, like they try to put missiles at the house or something like that, or they go, remember in the first Transformers 2007 when they go into the house and they kind of arrest them? I doubt that would happen in this movie. That seems too radical.
Yeah. But no, it's going to be a smaller personal movie anyway.
Which is always a great thing to start off with, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're supposed to build it off with I mean, we talked about this. Remember when I mentioned in Krypton, what I would have done was just done a little smaller story and kind of learning about who they are and why they are. Like, this is who is Bumblebee and why is Bumblebee.
Yeah. Why?
What is Bumblebee?
I'll give you one better.
Or, yeah, I didn't even think about that till now. But yeah, listen, if this is kind of indicative of what the movie's going to be, kind of how this trailer is heartfelt, it seems like it has a linear story, seems like it might actually be good, and then if the movie's good, and I think the whole rebooted, remember when they had like, oh, we're going to make this Transformers kind of think tank? There's something to that now.
Well, I mean, they haven't got that anymore, so.
Oh, they don't? Oh, well.
I think they had that for the one movie, and then that movie didn't make anything
I
for them.
I thought that was this movie.
No, it was the what was the last one? The Last Night?
Last Night? Yeah, I heard that was bad. I didn't watch it.
Ew.
I stopped like halfway watching the fourth one. Thought that was bad.
What was the fourth one?
The one with the Dinobots. Remember, it's Mark Wahlberg.
I mean, yeah, the last two have Dinobots and Mark Wahlberg.
Was it the Last Night, the fifth one?
Yeah, but I can't remember what the fourth one was called.
Oh, Extinction?
Was it just Transformers? Is that what they did?
No, wasn't it Extinction?
I can't.
I'm gonna look it up because, like, I don't blame Mark Wahlberg. I thought he did the best he could.
Well, I mean, it's Mark Wahlberg. He can't really do that great.
It's facts. Transformers movies. Okay, let's look it up. So, Transformers, Revenge of the Fallen, probably the worst one, Dark of the Moon, Age of Extinction, The Last Night, and then it's Bumblebee.
Of course, it was Age of Extinction. What a fucking stupid name that is.
Yeah, it was kind of Dinobots.
But back to the good one. I'm kind of looking forward to this now.
Wait, when does it come out? Oh, doesn't it say in the very end, right?
2019.
Christmas.
Oh, of course it is, yeah, because you got Aquaman, Bumblebee, and all that shit in December.
Yeah, I don't even know how Aquaman's gonna deal with Bumblebee now.
No one knows what Aquaman's going to do because I'm certain that movie doesn't exist. It is a myth.
Oh, I think it does, but there's no synopsis for Bumblebee. Maybe because this is a teaser trailer, right? You'd have to think.
Yeah, more than likely.
Let me see Bumblebee synopsis. Let me see if there's a synopsis out there.
So I don't think they can just say watch the Iron Giant and that's just. No, I like, he looks. It just looks nice. It looks charming. It's got a heart. The sound, like the music to the trailer was all the teaser.
This could be because in the synopsis, especially I'm looking at Wikipedia, which could be wrong, because anybody can edit it. But it says 20 years before the event of the first film. I think this might be one of those cases where it was a part of the franchise, and then if it does really well, reboot.
Well, that's the thing. It is slated to be a prequel. Like that's how they originally was trying to set.
But I think after they find out how good it's gonna do, because I think it actually might do pretty well. Because it looks good, and if it's good, I think the word of mouth will get out. I think it'll be a reboot to start.
Yeah, I mean that's like the fact that they have decided to scrap Transformers 7 and go into a reboot.
Well,
I think this is going back to the first class situation.
See, yeah, exactly, and I've always said I'm a fan of montages in movies, right? I really hope there's a montage in this movie with Bumblebee and Haley Steinfeld just having a bunch of fun. Like maybe she takes them out to the beach or something. I don't know.
And then she floods her bathroom with car oil.
Yeah, something. Like, I just really hope there's a montage of just to show that Bumblebee can be human in a way.
And then the movie's going to end with John Cena shooting the girl, and then Bumblebee's going to make her a transform.
No, I definitely don't think that. I don't think they're going to go that way. But, you can kind of tell. If you've seen Iron Giant / all these movies, you can kind of tell how it goes. You find girl, comes of age, finds robot. Robot and girl like hang out. They have a connection for each other, best friends. Military finds out about robot, sees it's out of this world, wants to take it away, study it.
End up banging, and then the movie.
Oh, I don't know about that. See, this is gonna be a really heartfelt movie. Like, I'm not trying to make jokes about this one.
I mean, I will make jokes till cows come home because it's exactly what
it's like. True. It's true. Until the movie comes out, it could actually still be bad.
Yeah, it doesn't help that there's that scene where they're in the water and she's looking down and it's like, yeah, Guillermo del Toro, you won an Oscar for that.
Where? Let me see.
Caesar.
I'm gonna find it.
Like, I assume he's being dragged down and she's like not floating, like swimming just above him. So yeah. It's like, quick, we have to get that shape of water.
You know what? And I when I initially heard Haley Steinfeld was gonna be in this movie, it's like, oh, the girl from Pitch Perfect 2, like, oh, it's gonna be such a bad movie. And then, I think she's gonna be good for this part.
I was gonna say she looks like she does a decent job in this movie. So.
But here's the synopsis. Apparently, what it's going on about: on the run in the year 1987, kind of 20 years before the first one or something, Bumblebee finds refuge in a junkyard in a small California beach town. Charlie, Haley Steinfeld, on the cusp of turning 18 and trying to find her place in the world, discovers Bumblebee, battle scarred and broken. When Charlie revives him, she quickly learns this is no ordinary yellow VW bug. So it's gonna be a coming of age for both of them, I would assume.
Oh yeah. The sad part is, if it isn't the start of the new franchise, what happens with Bumblebee. It's just like, oh, he becomes ugly and not cute.
He becomes a Camaro.
Yeah, it's just like,
yeah, ugly. You're right on that.
I like the Camaros. They're cool.
I don't like Camaros that much.
Can't turn for shit because American.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm trying to see what else about this film that's in here that kind of should be brought up. I mean, John Cena's in it. I think he's going to do a good job. It feels like he doesn't really choose that bad of projects to be on. And when I initially heard he was joining, I was like, this might actually be good because it feels like he doesn't choose bad projects.
I'm going to say it because people would probably be surprised there isn't one. I didn't see him in the trailer.
I get it.
Just to get it out of the way.
That's the first comment I saw on the trailer. It was like, why is there just a military uniform floating?
The first thing I saw was that I thought John Cena was in this. Just, okay. Yeah.
Here, let's see. So he's doing Bumblebee. He did Blockers, which I hear is hilarious.
Yeah, I need to see Blockers still.
Let me see, what else did he do? The Wall? Which one was that one? Yeah, the military one.
So isn't that the Trump movie?
No. It's kind of like I guess I always wanted to see this movie. So I guess John Cena's a soldier and he gets trapped behind a wall with a sniper aiming at him, and he has to try to save his team while being there.
That sounds cool.
That actually sounds interesting. I always thought the trailer looked very interesting. Daddy's Home, but like, I don't know, those don't seem like great movies, but people really find them hilarious.
Hey, he was in Sisters. That was a funny movie. He was decent in that.
Let me see. Oh yeah. Trainwreck. I thought that was a really good film.
So basically, what John Cena does is comedy or military guy.
Yeah, pretty much. He's a comedian or a military guy, and he does well. I would say he knows his strengths, and he's gonna go at them. I feel.
Was that good for him? No.
Yeah, good for him. Good for John Cena. And yeah, this movie looks interesting. So yeah, all right, I'm ready to talk about the box office because yeah.
I'm gonna say that's it for all our teasers / trailers for this week. We'll no doubt. I think there's more coming outside of the Spider-Man one, which we'll probably talk about on the main show.
Oh, that one, yeah.
It's live on Twitch on Wednesdays, and then up on Thursdays. So yeah, time for the box office
breakdown.
You just say it's the weekend of the 3rd? You would, wouldn't you? Or would you go first?
First? Because you start the weekend of whatever's the first day.
Yes, that's true, yeah. So the weekend of the 1st of June, 2018. And... hold on. I can never read these right this week. So yeah, Book Club, number 5, 7 million. Infinity War was number 4 with 10. Number 3 was Adrift with 11.6. Deadpool 2 stayed at number 2 with 23.1, and number 1 still was Solo with 29.3. So I think the only thing we got wrong was Adrift and Avengers.
Yeah, they just flipped, right? We thought Adrift was going to be 4th and Avengers was going to be 3rd, but it was just off by 1 million?
900,000.
Okay, 900,000. We're off by like just that. I mean, that's not little, but essentially it was Adrift. We thought Adrift 4th, Avengers 3rd.
When you're playing with numbers this big, it's not a lot.
Yeah.
Fun fact. Let me just make sure I am right in this fact. Oh no, I'm not right. Fun fact is too early, people. We'll wait till next week.
Wait, what happened?
I was gonna say it's crossed 2 billion, but it hasn't.
Oh, Infinity War, yeah.
Fucking tough.
You know, I heard good things about Adrift.
Yeah, I mean, it made 11 million domestically, so.
Yeah, so, but like we said, we knew the top 2 were gonna stay. Stay. We knew they were gonna be the same.
Yep.
It was just.
It's like Solo had a pretty big drop.
Yeah, 65%. I was actually gonna go see it today, but then I decided not to.
It's I'll stand by it. It's worth a watch.
So you would recommend me going to spend my money to watch it instead of waiting?
I would probably catch a matinee.
Yeah, during the day. Yeah, okay.
Or like a Sunday afternoon if they're cheaper in your time.
I might just go do that tomorrow, to be honest. Like early in the morning or like before, because our matinee ends at like 6, so you go at 5. It's still cheaper.
Yeah, then like definitely. Yeah. No, it's worth a watch.
Which one's worth more of a watch, Solo or Deadpool?
Solo.
Okay, so Deadpool 2, just like.
Look, I enjoyed Deadpool 2. It relies far too much on things the first one relied on.
Yeah.
Sure, great. It's a "Would you kill baby Hitler" plot, but I don't need.
Oh, I get it. I didn't think about that. I mean, I don't really care if the movie's that spoiled.
I mean, that's literally just not the entire synopsis.
Oh, that's a synopsis. Oh, that kid is going to turn into like a powerful villain, and Cable come back, and I get it.
Literally, that is just what the movie's based on. You know, like the Ryan Reynolds is fine. He's Deadpool. Zazie Beetz for Dominoes. She does a good job with the little shit she's given. Same with Brolin with Cable. So it's fine. And I know you weren't a massive fan of the first one, so kind of.
It's weird because I've always said this. I always thought the longer the time is between when you first saw the movie from when you're talking about it, can very much tell how you feel about it. You're either gonna really like it more, or you're really not gonna like it as much. And then for Deadpool 1, it was not like it as much because I'm sure I really enjoyed the film, but over time I just didn't think it was that great because I feel like I don't remember it that great.
I remember you saying not long after the movie came out that you didn't enjoy that much.
Maybe I just thought it was alright. Maybe I'm sure I laughed at a lot of points, but I don't know. Just
like it's funny. I don't think it's rewatchable funny.
Didn't like at some point he use his baby hands to jack off or something like that?
No, he said he was going to.
See, I don't know. That's just not my kind of humor. I guess that's why.
They repeat virtually the same joke again.
Yeah, that's not my kind of humor.
Just like this time.
Look, I'm a fan of a dick joke, but I don't know, just not like that. All right, well,
no. You know, like I'd recommend Solo. So.
Yeah, I'll definitely check it out then tomorrow.
It's not going to change your world. It's not the best looking movie. Apparently, there's a lot of projection problems. I've heard some people say because the movie's like everything's backlit, so everything's dark. So if you got a shitty projector, it's going to be really dark.
Do they do my girl Emilia Clarke well in the movie? Does she have an important part? Is she great?
She's there.
Oh, never mind.
She looks like Emilia Clarke.
Yeah.
But...
Okay, so I'm assuming the standout is Donald Glover.
Yeah.
It's probably the only reason to go see that movie.
Yeah, pretty much. A lot of people are like, "Oh, he's just doing a Billy D impression." It's like, well, Billy D made Lando Billy D, so of course he's doing a Billy D impression because he's playing Lando. It's the same thing with what's his face? I can never remember the actor's name playing Han. Like,
Ehrenreich, Alden Ehrenreich.
That's the one. It's like, he has to do a Harrison Ford impression because Harrison Ford made Solo Harrison Ford.
Yeah, pretty much.
That's the character. He has to play that character. That's like saying, oh, what's a good example of that? Like if someone came in to replace Robert Downey Jr., they'd have to do an RDJ impression because that's the character.
Yeah, I love seeing those YouTube videos, but those guys are not probably the greatest of actors.
So, it is what it is.
Well, the upcoming movies are going to be a different site because one of these could maybe hit number one because number one is only 29 million.
Absolutely, Ocean's 8 is going to be number one.
Yeah, I feel the same way. Hotel Artemis could do something. I feel like that it has some buzz around it.
I haven't. There's actually no numbers on this.
Hotel Artemis?
Yeah, so the only numbers I can see on what I'm looking at is for Ocean's 8. It's non-applicable.
Fun fact, I had not seen the John Wick movies. So I thought this was a prequel to John Wick or a spin-off.
I saw the first one. First one was fine. I don't care about the rest of them, so...
I thought this was a spin-off because, there's a hotel in that movie, but I think it's called The Continental. So... I've never seen the movie. I actually really want to see him, but I only found on HBO John Wick 2. I can't find John Wick 1.
Yeah. Ocean's 8 is definitely going to be number one. The question I want to know is...
What's second?
Yeah. Can Deadpool stay second?
Because Hotel Artemis has 2,300 theaters. Can it reach... I'm going to assume Solo goes to at least half. So we're thinking 14 million, right? 14, 15 million. I'm thinking Solo goes down to at least that. It went down by 65%. Wouldn't you agree that it'd go down at least 50%? At
least, yeah.
Something around that. So I'm going to say 15 million, right? So all Hotel Artemis has to do is get 15, 16 million.
Yeah, but I don't know if it's going to get 15, 16. It doesn't help. I can't fucking see. There's no numbers on this. Because you also got Hereditary.
Yeah, and I feel that one might actually be good.
But again, I got no numbers on that at all. So.
Yeah, they're weird ones. I think it's just about guessing kind of what you heard the buzz is. So I think Solo's going to be 2 and Deadpool's going to be 3. I think everything's going to go down because Ocean's 8's got to be first, right?
Ocean's 8's first, yeah.
Yeah, Ocean's 8 is for sure first. I feel like Infinity War is going to stay on. That's 5th. At least 5th.
Yeah, it depends what Adrift does.
Yeah, because if Infinity War goes to, I want to say 7 million, and Adrift stays at like 8 million, then yeah, okay. Yeah. Because it's only going to be the second week, so it's reasonable to say that Adrift could go to 8 million or something like that.
Yeah.
It's weird.
Where did Black Panther fall down to in its 7th week?
What this week is going to be? 7th week? I think it fell out of the top 5.
No, I think it held number 1 for 6 weeks and then dropped to 2.
No, I'm pretty sure it didn't hold number 1 for 6 weeks.
Are you sure? I thought it did.
Yeah, let's
look
it up.
7, or was the record 6 and it knocked out then?
Pretty sure. I'm pretty sure it got knocked out on the 7th week or the 6th week.
Because God bless that movie, it's still going.
Yeah.
16 weeks in.
Weekend rank.
No, lasted for 5 weeks at number 1. It was knocked out to 2nd in its 6th. It was knocked out of the top 10 in its 9th week.
No, knocked out of top 5 in its.
Yeah, that's what. It was 6th.
It took about 14 weeks to get knocked out of the top 10.
Yeah.
So it got knocked out on its 9th week. Infinity War could, but at the same time, you got Ocean's. What 5 movies would be in front of Infinity War? Ocean's 8, Solo, Deadpool for sure. Because you'd have to assume Infinity War is getting at least 7 million, and Deadpool 2 would at least be at 11 million. I'm assuming.
Yeah.
12 million.
Yeah, I think you're right with that one.
Well, it's like, what 5 movies would you think would be in front of it? So we have 3: Solo, Ocean's 8, Deadpool. If there's 2 other movies you believe would be in front of Infinity War because they could make more money than 7 million, then yeah.
Well, you think like Hereditary and Hotel Artemis can do it?
Yeah, I think Hotel. That's why I feel like it'll be out. Because if anything, even if Hotel goes, Adrift could be at 8 million, and
Yeah. I think Infinity War is definitely going to be number 5.
All right.
Then Adrift number 4. Deadpool 2, Solo, Ocean's 8.
Okay, Deadpool, Solo, 08. Okay. I have the same, I think, top 3. Because I don't know, I feel like Hotel Artemis, all it really can do is maybe. Because where did Adrift go? Adrift had 3,000 theater, right? Started off with 11. Hotel Artemis is going to have 2,300. I think the most it can make is maybe like 9 million, 8 million.
Which, is still more than Avengers. So.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, I don't think it goes anywhere near top. Because if Adrift goes at 8, the Hotel makes 7, Avengers could be 7, like 0.1, the Hotel makes 7.2 or something. I don't know.
What's the buzz around Adrift? I haven't heard anything about that.
I mean, I've only heard a little bit, not too much. It just seems like it's one of the, it's good. It's all right.
Yeah, because all I've heard about is Upgrade and how amazing that.
Yeah, I've heard that one too a lot.
Just like, that came in number 6.
Which is weird. I heard more about Upgrade than Adrift, but Adrift made more.
Could it have a bigger drop than Avengers and Avengers before? No, I'm going to stick with what I said.
Okay, so you said from 1 to 5. Ocean's 8, Solo, Deadpool, Adrift, Infinity War.
Yeah.
I'm going from 1 to 5. 08, Solo, Deadpool. I think the top 3 are going to stay the same. Hotel Artemis is 4th. I'm going with Hotel Artemis is 4th. It's a big thing because Infinity War is at 4th. Now, it's either if I believe Adrift or Hereditary could make at least, I think 7 something.
Say, what is Hereditary?
It's a horror movie. But it's only a wide release. It doesn't have a lot of theaters.
Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking. Like, maybe it won't make that much. I feel like Infinity War is knocked out. I'm going to give it at that. Infinity War is knocked out.
Really? You think it's going to go to top 5?
Yeah. I feel... Because at the same time, now I'm just thinking, can Adrift make more money than Infinity War? Because I don't think Hereditary is going to make more than those 2, but...
I don't know. I don't think Adrift is going to make... I can see that going below Infinity War.
I feel you. Because people still want to go see Infinity War.
Especially with the Ant-Man and the Wasp coming out when? A couple of weeks or a month?
Like a month.
Well,
This is hard. Well, we're gonna end it in a bit, but I'm just gonna end it at this. So I have Ocean's 8 Solo, Deadpool, Hotel Artemis. Because you have the only difference is you have Adrift at 4. I have Hotel Artemis at 4.
yeah, I'm gonna keep Adrift there. I don't know. Hotel Artemis might do it, but if we don't,
You know what? Putting it around, I think Infinity War stays at 4. Hotel Artemis at 5. Adrift is out. Hotel Artemis. Adrift goes to like 6 million. Infinity War goes to 8, and Hotel Artemis is like 7. Something like that. I don't know. I'm just guessing numbers at the point.
I mean, it's what it is, and it's guessing numbers.
Yeah. I mean, I was pretty good at math when I was younger. And then, remember that one time when I was trying to do like math in my head, and then people were like, me trying to keep, like in the Discord, I saw somebody say me trying to keep up with Joe in his math.
But even so, it's all just guessing. Like,
Yeah, with some projections, yeah, it's always guessing.
So you're always going to be a couple of mil, but you don't know all the reactions to everything.
All right, I got mine. They're locked in.
Yeah. And so we got both of them then.
I gotta send you this picture right now. I just saw on Twitter, but yeah. I mean, if you wanna, I think we're done. You wanna?
Until next time.
Toodles.